Hello, welcome back. So today I was doing my makeup, I'm getting ready right now, and I put on my foundation and I was like, oh my gosh, you know what? I should be doing a video for the rest of this makeup look. So I decided to start recording. All I have on so far is I did my foundation primer. So foundation primer does keep your foundation on a lot longer. It's going to act as a windshield for your face as well so that you can keep all the nastiness on the outside. And then I used my foundation and a little bit of powder. The powder is just to set it, so I just added just a little bit kind of in my oily spots, so like T-zone, like a little bit on my forehead, a little bit down my nose, like right in here, and then on my chin as well. So that is it. And then I also used the matte foundation. So then we're gonna do the rest. I'm gonna do the rest with you. So let's go ahead. We're gonna get started with eye primer. Eye primer is going to make a huge difference. It's gonna keep your eyeshadow on a lot longer. So this is the eye primer I'm going to put right on my eyelids. Okay, so go ahead and you can ask me any questions down below in the comments and I will be answering them in some upcoming lives. I've been asking for some beauty, makeup, skincare questions for me to be able to answer as I am doing my videos. So make sure that if you have any questions, you leave them for me down below. All right, so I just put on that eye primer. Now we're gonna leave it and let it dry for a second. Okay, so the thing I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna do my bronzer next. So there's two different color bronzers. We have either the Honey and the Luster, or we also have the Bronze in Shimmer. You can pick whichever one you want. I'm gonna do the Honey and Luster today. So I'm gonna put a little bit up here. Then I'm gonna take a little bit down my nose here, right on that outside. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit more right over here on my cheeks. And then right across on my jawline as well. A little under your lip if you want your lip to look a little bit bigger too. So this does not need to take all day. So contour, I feel like a lot of people get very intimidated because it seems like it's going to be quite a lengthy process. It does not need to be. This does not need to take forever. So I'm using the cheek brush. I've already demoed this on here with the sponge, so the beauty sponge. If you prefer sponge, you can go back and you can check that video out. I do also like the way that it applies with just the cheek brush too. So you can see I just kind of blended those right down. I'm gonna take the cheek brush again on this flat side. I'm gonna kind of blend this out here. Then we're gonna blend it too in a second, but right now I'm just kind of getting the color where I want it to be. So same thing up here, I'm gonna kind of blend this out. I love how easy the cream is to blend. That's always, or I guess that was always my biggest concern, was is cream going to be like cakey, sticky, not blend very well? Those were my biggest concerns. This Honey and Luster, it might even blend in a little bit too well sometimes. I have to like layer it if anything. So I love how well it blends. And I think you can really see that too as I'm applying this and I'm blending this out. You can see how easily it blends out. And the coverage, it doesn't take away from your coverage either. Okay. Okay, and then last, right underneath my lips here. Okay, so there I have my contour done. Now I'm gonna take my all over brush. I'm just gonna blend this out. Just a little bit, just to make sure that there's no harsh lines anywhere. Okay, boom, all done with that. Next, I'm gonna go in with, I'm actually going to take the like shimmery side now, and I'm gonna put it right where I would apply my blush. So I love these shimmery sides for your blush instead. It just really gives you a very pretty glow. It also reminds me kind of like the Golden Copper blush. It's kind of the same finish it's going to give you. So it gives you that nice warm, like glistening finish that we want out of our blush, but it's got a little bit more of like a brown nude tan in it. So if blush really isn't your thing, or you like a really nice nude blush, this makes a really, really good one. So I love using those two together. That's the contour bronzing stick. Love it. That was Honey and Luster that I just used. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of the highlight next. So I like this brown side. It looks brown. It's the pearl side instead of the white side for my highlight. I'm just applying a little bit, kind of like in a C formation here. And then also right down my nose. Okay. Same brush. Same thing here. Blending this out. So you can see how pretty it is. I love the highlighter. It just really helps to help your cheeks glow a little bit. And also, like I've mentioned before, it gives you a little bit of a lifted look too. So if you're looking for, if you feel like your face is drooping, you're looking for that little bit of a lifted look, highlight and contour can give that to you. Okay, boom, all done with that. Now let's move on. We're gonna do some eyeshadow and brows. Actually, let's do brows next. So I am going to be using today my brush first. Always brush out your eyebrows first. Oh, sorry, that's Cooper. He's mad. I don't know, somebody's walking by, or heaven forbid anybody walk by your house. Okay, so brushing out your eyebrows first is gonna make a really big difference. Make sure you also kind of brush them up. So brushing them up, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Brushing them up and then down. No, okay, that made no sense. Let me explain what I was meaning. I mean brushing them up, like brushing the hairs up, but then also kind of helping them to lay nice and flat. So brushing, oh my goodness, we might even have some, I don't know, somebody might be here right now. So hopefully he stops soon. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm going to take my brush, and it's got, so on one side it has the eyebrow, and then on one side it has the eyeliner. So I'm gonna take this brush, I'm gonna pick up Cinnabar today. So the Cinnabar is a matte brown eyeshadow. I'm gonna go ahead and I am going to just line my brows here. Okay, so I'm starting right underneath. I'm really hoping that that is not loud on your end. I'm hoping that that is just in the background. Okay. Okay, so I am, like I said, I am taking this, I am outlining the brow first a little bit. As you outline your brow, feel free to also kind of brush it out, just like I just did. So you can see it even makes it look a little bit more natural as it is being brushed out. Okay, so there we go. I just added a little bit more. I'm kind of outlining the top of the brow right now. Okay, so again, I kind of outlined it. Now I'm gonna brush it a little bit. Brush it through. So doing your brows is going to make such a big difference. You can also, there's so many different things you can use for your brows. So if you want to use eyeshadow, you can. If you want to use, one thing too is if you find there are also pencils. So this is a blonde, dark blonde brow pencil. I love to use those as well. You can use brow tints, which I'm going to get there. I'm going to show that to you too in just a second. But also the eyeshadows will just change the color of your brow just a little bit too. So if you use a brow pencil, or if you're using a brow tint and you want it to just have a little bit of a different color to it, maybe it's not your perfect match. Maybe you need a little bit more of, this kind of has like a little bit of a reddish hue to it, where mahogany is really just a very deep dark brown. There's also espresso, which is going to be a little bit more borderline like brownish, dark brown gray, dark, like not black, but kind of bordering along that line. So the eyeshadows can be used as your full brow color, or you can use them as just like to kind of change the color just a little bit. So that's up to you. One other thing you can do is if you find that the eyeshadow is not staying in your eye, your eyebrow, like applying it like I am right now, you can always add micellar water to the tip of your eyeliner pencil right here. I've done that before. I've showed it for eyeliners. I had a customer ask me, she was like, oh my gosh, do you think that would work for your eyebrows too? And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know why it wouldn't. Oh my goodness. I was like, I just don't know why it wouldn't. So I had her try it out. She tried it. She loved it. I loved it too. So it works great. So don't be afraid to do that too. Okay, so I'm going to keep filling this in. Okay, so now that I filled this in fully, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to brush this out to get the color to be nice and blended. And then next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brow tint. So my brow tint is also dark blonde, and I am going to just kind of put this right over the top. This is going to help keep the brows down. It's also going to keep them right in place. It also fills in any color that might be missing. So you can tell a huge difference, I think, between brow and no brow done. It definitely makes you look more finished, more put together. So let's go ahead. We're gonna do the other side now. So again, today I'm using Cinnabar. I told you, like I said, you can use any of the matte colors for this. So first outlining. First, and just tiny little dashes too are what's going to be the very best way for you to outline your eyebrows, is just the little tiny dashes. And then the way I like to clean up my eyebrows is I really like to use, I just use a oh goodness, I might even have one in here, little tweezers. Nope, I don't have one in here right now. I think I took it with me to the bathroom. I have them like all over because you never know when you're gonna have to tweeze your eyebrows, right? So anyway, I like to use my mirror. Hang on, let me show you. So I have a mirror here. That's what I'm looking into, and on one side it's got fingerprints everywhere because I don't use that side very often, but that side does have like a ×10 on it, and that's what I like to use when I'm doing my eyebrows. So in case that helps at all. Okay, so I'm just brushing this out now, brushing that color out, making it look nice and natural. Now we're gonna finish it with the brow tint. So one thing too, you always wanna do your eyebrows after you blend out your bronzer and contour or blush, whatever that is that you're using, because that is like one mistake that I make sometimes, is I want to do my eyebrows first because it's just such a monotonous task. Like, oh, I gotta do my eyebrows. You know, it's not fun. It's not like you get to pick different colors or change it up at all. So anyway, I always want to do it first, and then I go to blend my bronzer and things, and then they mess up your eyebrows. So make sure you do your foundation and your bronzer before you do your eyebrows. Okay, let's keep going. So we're gonna go visit back to the eyeshadow now. So we have only put on eye primer at the moment, so I have to still put on some colors on my eyes. So let's get started with my blending brush. I'm gonna pick up the Burnished Bronze, which is a really pretty sparkly brown color. I love Burnished Bronze. So I'm using this palette here. There are 4 colors in here. Okay, so I'm starting with the Burnished Bronze, and then I'm going to go in with the Cinnabar too. If you are new to eyeshadows, one thing I would say is that sparkle eyeshadows are the easiest to use and the easiest to blend. So if you ever find yourself where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm nervous because I don't know how to use eyeshadows. So one, if you don't know how to use any eyeshadows, you're a beginner to eyeshadows, make sure you check. I just dabbed into Cinnabar a little bit, and I'm gonna blend a little bit of that color in here. But make sure you check out my last video. I did do a tutorial on just a super simple eyeshadow combination. It was only Light Beam and Burnished Bronze, so it was super easy. 2 colors, so if that's something that you're interested in, make sure you check that out. Also, make sure you stay tuned because I am going to be doing a beginner series. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Okay, so I just did the Burnished Bronze. Next, I'm going to take my all-over eyeshadow brush. I'm going to pick up a little bit of the Crystalline, put it in the inner corner. It's going to highlight that inner corner, brighten that inner corner. I'm going to pull it a little bit to the inner lid. Okay, and take a little bit right underneath my brow too. Separate out between your eyebrow and your eyeshadow. Okay, next I'm going to take a little bit of Candlelight right here on the lid. Okay. And the Candlelight is a really pretty, it's not golden, it's almost like a neutral shimmer, kind of. Okay, Boom, all done. Last thing you can do if you want is just make sure that it's nice and blended. So take your eye blending brush, blend it one more time, and you should be good to go. So we have most of the makeup done now. We are gonna add some mascara and add some lips. So let's do one coat of mascara and then we'll do the lips. My lips are so dry right now because I've accidentally well, not accidentally. I put my foundation on and some of it got on my lips. I guess it wasn't necessarily accidental or intentional, but it did get on my lips a little bit. So it always makes them look really dry and cracked if you get your foundation on your lips. But it will make your lips maybe look a little bit more natural when you do apply your foundation and then also apply lipstick afterwards. Okay. Love Lash Fanaroma mascara. So when applying mascara, I've had some questions lately about how do you apply mascara. The best way and the easiest way I would say that I learned how to apply a mascara was trying to get it as close to my lash line as possible, but without actually poking myself in the eye. Now this takes a lot of time and like experience and practice, so don't give up because you were going to get so good at it, but you might stab yourself in the eye a couple times, and that's okay. So I would say what I like to do is I kind of like to almost close my eye a little bit and just kind of grab those lashes, grab all the lashes. But we really do not want a space between our lash line and where the mascara starts. We want our mascara to start right on that lash line. And I almost do a little bit of a spin with my brush too. Let me see if I can describe this a little bit better. Okay, so I almost, maybe you can see kind of as I'm almost like swiping it a little bit. So hopefully that, one of those little tips in there helps with your makeup application or your mascara application if you feel like you're struggling with your mascara application at all. Okay, so I've got one coat on. I'm going to do one more coat of mascara. So if you want to shop any of the things that I'm going over today, check right in the description of this video. There is a link. You can shop right on my link. All of the products that I've talked about today are on my website. So you can shop them all. You can buy them right off my site. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm here to answer any of your questions. I love to answer skincare and makeup questions. So if you have skincare specific concerns or you want to figure out a routine, figure out what makeup works best for you, get a foundation match, just let me know either down in the comments or shoot me an email or a message and I'm happy to help you. Okay, so this is our second coat of mascara. We're gonna move on to the lips in just 1 second. One question I did want to answer while I was on here was why should I exfoliate? And that's a really great question. Something I did not do for a long time was exfoliate. I was, always kind of under the impression that exfoliating was going to be too rough on my skin and it was going to cause more harm than it was going to do good. So I did not exfoliate for a very, very long time until I was in Mary Kay. So I used the products for almost a year before I joined Mary Kay. And then after probably 6 months after me being in Mary Kay, that's when I finally started regularly exfoliating. So it took me a long time to buy into exfoliating just because it was something out of my comfort zone. It was something I had just never done before. It was something I didn't grow up doing. So if that's you too, that's okay. I'm here to help you. So I'm here to help you with all your skincare concerns. But especially exfoliating is something that is so important that I think a lot of people don't realize how important it is. I'm putting on lip primer right now. Again, I told you I put on my foundation on my lips. So that's what it looks like if you put foundation on your lips. I gotta put on lip liner before I keep talking. This is like really gross, so I can't do this right now. Hang on, I will tell you more. I'm gonna put on a little rose lip liner first. I'm gonna outline my lips little, just like we did with the eyebrows. Like eyeliner, you wanna do little tiny dashes so that we have more control over where the color goes. Okay, that's better. So anyway, what I was saying about exfoliating is it's so important because our skin needs to be regularly kind of that dead skin stripped off, and we need to get rid of it so that we can replenish and we can nourish the new skin, the alive skin. So it's so important that you're exfoliating, but it's important that you are not over exfoliating or under exfoliating. So it's really important that you exfoliate 2 times a week. So you can do that however you want. I like to space mine out. I like to kind of usually do some sort of treatment on like Mondays and Fridays or Mondays and Thursdays, something like that. So you have a couple days in between. And there are different ways to exfoliate. You can use the microdermabrasion, and that's like a gritty scrub. You can use the facial peel, the Time Wise Repair facial peel, which is you put it on and then you take it off within 10 minutes. You wipe it off with a wet washcloth, or you can also use the new booster. This isn't it, but it looks like this. That is a leave-on, and you put it on at night as a serum, and then you leave it on all night long, and then you wake up in the morning and rinse it off. So there's 3 different ways that you can exfoliate, but it's so important that you are exfoliating your skin twice a week. Not under, not over. Over exfoliating will actually hurt your skin more than a lot of things will. So make sure you're not over exfoliating, because over exfoliating will break down your skin barrier, and we want to make sure that our skin barrier is really strong, because a strong skin barrier is what's going to keep nastiness outside of your skin and protect your skin. So we want to make sure that we keep our skin barrier really healthy. And a healthy skin barrier is exfoliated but not over exfoliated. So twice a week and a couple days in between. Okay. So this is again rose nude or rose lip liner. Okay, so I outlined the outside. I did not really add any color to the inside there, just because I'm gonna add a lipstick on top of this too. So I guess now that I'm done with my makeup, I can undo my hair here. So I love these little clips. Right now you can get them, well, they're coming in Mary Kay orders, which is really fun. So anyway, if you want some clips, you can get them by placing a qualifying order on my website. So if you order $100 or more off of my website, you will get a little pouch in your package, and it comes with these little guys, 2 clips, and then also 2 scrunchies. So darn cute. That only goes through February though, because I think that they go away in March. So if you place your order today, then you will get those. All right, next I'm going to apply a little bit of lipstick. So let me find our color. We are going to do, actually I'm just going to do a little lip gloss instead. So the lip gloss that I'm going to put on will be, let's go with Unique Mauve. Okay, and then that's it. So here's the whole makeup look. I hope that you liked it. I hope you enjoyed this combination. Very simple eyeshadow combination. We used Burnished Bronze, Cinnabar, Crystalline, and Candlelight. For the lips, all we used is lip primer, rose lip liner, and then Unique Mauve lip gloss. So thank you guys for tuning in with me today. Make sure if you enjoyed this video, you got any tips from it, subscribe down below, like this video, and I'll see you back here next time. And like I said, make sure you tune in for the beginner video series that is coming soon. This is going to be beginner skincare, beginner makeup, all kinds of things. So if you want me to feature something specific, let me know. I'll see you guys next time.